Hello and welcome back to this Trails to Azure Let's Play with me, SLJ RPG. In the last episode we did our support quests for this chapter, or this day of this chapter. This one we can't do until we get ourselves the soup, which I believe should be tomorrow. But the strange phenomenon of the cryptids and the blue flowers is happening here in Crossbell. We decided to investigate the rest of the studio because we know of its link to Ouroboros. So, without any further ado, let's make our way to the mountain crossroad path and see what it is we can find. Just gonna keep with the standard crew here today. The one that we've had before, the Wazzy, Noel and Randy. Shouldn't believe we need anything else, to be honest. It seems that people around here are not that strong compared. I need to look into these big new master quartz that we've got. Actually, should we look into them now? So I've got Force here at level 3. We haven't got the master arts yet, but we've got a scepter here, Aegis, shield here, Aegis here. I'm wondering if this is what I should be equipping these. So we've got Force and we've got Axe there, Wing, Crow, Platinum, Mirage. I will look into these things at some point. Like I always say, I'm sure it will come in handy. We have, of course, already came up here when we were searching near the Moon Temple. Or I did, just to see if anything was happening. I'm not sure if it was recorded on film or not. I think it was, but... Here we go, to the Rosenberg studio. Hey look, a moving truck? Thanks again, Meister, you've been a huge help. With these things, we'll be able to debut our new performance in a couple of days. Goodness, your troop is far too demanding with its requests. You had me tune out about it as well as design a new stage set. I'm a busy man, you know. Sorry about that. Ilya and the troop orders. I know they can ask too much sometimes. Don't expect them to take additional order on top of the usual. It doesn't matter now. If Goddess has ordained it, then you are more than welcome to use my studio. Yeah? I just remembered, Meister. Did you get our invitations? Our troop would love and honored to perform, to host you for a public performance. It'll be our pleasure, with the support of all the things you've given us with the Automa. Your mirror is thanks enough. So I said I'm a busy man. Gesture is thoughtful enough for me. Oh, he looks kind of like my granddad. I told him he wouldn't go for it. I'll have to see him hard work being used on stage at least once. Pardon us. Oh, you're the SSS. We are. You're the backstage engineer from the Ark and Soul, correct? Yeah, name's Heinz, in charge of the stage controls. What are you doing out here? Come see Meister? Something like that. We had a matter we want to consult with him about. Did your visit relate to the stage equipment? Yeah, we had an order for an automation tune-up from some new set pieces. It's kind of short notice with the debut of the on-call performance coming up, but he did us a real solid getting it done so quickly. Oh boy, I tell ya, everyone in the troop owes the Meister Tarim. You don't say. Speaking of which, isn't the on-call performance only a couple of days away? That's right. Ilya and the others are kicking it into high gear. Heck, I've been getting into it myself now we're making these stage changes. Have you now? Sorry, just having a sip of coffee. Sounds like you're all about to put on one hell of a show. That's the idea, but I'm a little behind schedule. Gotta get back, set this all up. See you guys later. Stop by any chance to step by and say hi to everyone when you get the chance. We'll be sure to. Be careful on your way back. Indeed. Interesting. Am I the only one caught off guard? You telling me Arkansas stage props were all made at the studio? It appears that way. I thought their wire flying system was I thought that their wire flying system was using very modern technology, but I never would have guessed it was made here. Indeed. Well, at least we know he's in right now. Sure be willing to tell us anything about the society, but you never know if we don't ask. You're right. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, I suppose. Indeed. You will be unable to visit other areas during the rest of the day. We shall visit the studio. Lloyd used the iron knocker on the side of the gate. Excuse us. It's Crossbell Police Special Support Section. Would you mind speaking with us, Meister Rosenberg? There's no need to shout, I am not deaf. SSS. Yes, I've something to ask me if you're here. I hear you out, but keep it short. What? She's so cute! A Rosenberg doll? No, she's an automaton. Enter, the little one will guide you. See that you don't wander where you're not supposed to be. I'm sorry, I thought it was her. I guess I can't talk. Are you sure? It doesn't look like any machine I've ever seen. Mind us teaching us to where your master is? Indeed. Sorry, Alfred is, one of my dogs has decided to sit down. I think we'll follow it now. Probably wouldn't be a good idea to make him wait either. Oh, Boris, what kind of enemy are we dealing with? Who knows? Smash the boxes! Probably not good for letting wait, so we'll just head in. Of course, I believe we have been in here before. Albeit only for a quick moment, I believe. We know that Ren was, of course, staying here. Lord and the others followed the Ottoman inside. Going through what felt like a maze, they were led to an underground section of the studio. This is certainly something I think, and we see the Oberst sigil on the floor. What's this place? It's incredible. That's a Patamatter if I ever saw it. He's got some fucking bells there as well. Is that it? The giant chasm you were talking about? Yeah, Ren used it back in the Sunford. Believe it's called Patamatter. So this is where it's been. Is this doll studio or a factory? Well, there's something like this doing here. It's unbelievable. I believe those terminals are connected to the Orbital network. That must have been where Kitty was remotely hacking the network. Yeah, well, what is it that you want? Nice to meet you. So a few things I'd like to ask you. Would it happen to be about what Campanella has been up to? So you know. Do not misunderstand. I'm sure I told you. I do have ties to society. However, ultimately I am just a doll maker. Not directly involved with it, whatever the society is planning. In other words, can you tell us what Campanella is planning to do? I do not know, nor am I in a position to. However, you should understand that he is an enforcer, not an anguis. He is not authorized to propose plans for the society to pursue. The one who drafts such plans are anguis. Slow down, please. This is a little hard to keep up with. Was this inside information? Should you really be telling us this so easily? It's hardly confidential. There are more than many on the continent that know this already, such as the Church, the Guild, and the intelligence agencies are major powers at the very least. There are that many people that know of this society, yet you continue to make dolls here. As I said, I'm not in a position to know all of the society's inner workings. Take the Archasms, for example. Their construction relies on technologies from many other workshops besides this one. My studio is just one scale on the Serpent, which is why the Church and Guild will never set foot in here without cause. I guess that makes sense. And I'll wager someone like you is more valuable to them if you're still attached to the snake, yeah? You're a useful source of info. That is correct. Furthermore, this studio is prepared for such an event. Even should you break the first door down within a restaurant, all you would find is empty meager doll studio. Nothing more. Not even Patamatter. So, what will you do now? Would you like to take me into custody? This may be your only chance. No, it's not why we're here. You made your point. We'd like to ask you more questions if you're willing to answer. Lloyd, I understand it's all we can do, but it's not making it any easier. A wise decision. Dick, you have several more pointed questions you'd like to ask me. Narrow them down to 3 and I will answer them if I can. Fair enough. 3 questions I want the Meister to answer. Ask about the Anguis. The Anguis. Oh, we're getting some looks here. We're getting some looks. We obviously see our Our old friend in the Weisman. Who is this lady with the fucking thing, though? Anyway, the Anguis. The 7 snaked apostles that serve and live to realize Grandmaster's plans. Even I do not know all of their identities. I'm sure the Anguis will be arriving in Crossbell before too long. Can you tell us what kind of people they are? One man, the 6th Angus to be precise. He leads the 13 factories that comprise Oberus's technological work. He is society's greatest theoretician and an avarice engineer. Needless to say, he's a contemptible man. Tell us how you really feel. Just how contemptible. Sort of man who cares nothing but satisfying his intellectual curiosity. I'm unsure that he hopes to achieve by coming here personally. However, his arrival is anything but good news for Crossbell. We'll take your word for it. He will not be coming alone. There is another. The 7th Angus, Still Maiden, will also be coming to Crossbell. Still Maiden? That's got an ominous ring to it if I ever heard it. She is an enigma. If I were to sum her up, masterful warrior that you have no hope of defeating, even if you all attacked her at once. She's that strong? Oh, aren't you confident? Or is merely a word of warning. Unlike the 6th, I've heard the 7th has principles. However, you should face unprepared. I'm sure it would cost you your lives. Ask about the Society's plans. As well as I've told you, even I do not know the details. I can't give you a name. They refer to it as the Phantasmal Blaze Plan. Phantasmal Blaze? Interesting naming choice. This plan, does it call for a large-scale incident like the one that happened in Liberal last year? No, it can't be. I'll never allow them to. Stop making me repeat myself. I know nothing more. What I can tell you is that the Society's intervention here pales in comparison to what happened in Liberal. Though it may not be readily apparent, the Society doesn't make its moves on the surface to begin with. Indeed. What? Is that supposed to make us feel better? Because it sure as hell ain't working. Seconded. Only hearing its name makes whatever we are doing more suspect, whatever they are doing. And then, the relation to the cult. The DG cult? As I know, they never had direct ties. Truth of the matter is, Society destroyed that lodge Ren was being held at. Indeed. What? You're referring to Paradise, right? Yes. My understanding is the cult had used it to lure in, exploit individuals from around the continent. Maybe more down because it began to treat arrogant influential people that the Society was backing. It's nothing short of a miracle that Ren survived that place. Their place deserved to get wiped out. It's not like that makes Oberus the good guys either. I hope that doesn't... You expect that explanation to win us over. As I said, I'm only telling you what I know. Take it how you will. Okay, set up total overseas 30 factories. It's masterful in the Steam Maiden. Where are crossing plans with either? I'm just going to go over these just in case. Nothing else. 3 on your up. That's enough for my time. I'm going to have to ask you to leave. But, Lloyd. Fine. So while we agree to this, so we'll be going. For now. Would you mind if we return to have another conversation like this? We'll see. Only if I'm inclined. Keep following in mind. It's not only Oberus that you should have your sights set on. There are other forces at play in the wake of Crossbell seeking independence. Do you mean he's got a point? Seems like you know a thing or two about that. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Off you go. Follow the little one again and make your way like you did on the way here. If you wander off, can't guarantee your safety. Interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Boo 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 boo. Boo doo boo doo boo doo boo boo doo boo. I'm surprised we haven't asked him about Key. But there we go. Mainly because she was found in a Rosenberg studio box, but there we go. I feel like it just came out of a bad dream. Phantasmal Blaze Plan. 2 Angrises making their way to Crossbell. It's hard to believe. Just how dangerous are they? From what I've heard about the Liberal incident, Very. We can't take these threats they pose lightly. Still, if what he told us is true, whatever they're planning at Crossbell isn't as large scale as whatever they did in Liberal. That's a relief. I heard something about an enormous battleship appearing last year. They also used that giant archasm, matter. Where did you hear all of that? The First Division has it all labeled as classified. Don't tell me you hear these kinds of things while working as a host too. Ha! Maybe. Is something wrong, you two? Well, yeah, just a little. Tiotab might be able to explain it better than I could. You mind? I will try. Thinking about the Ottoman that guided us in and out of the studio, it's become clear the society is far more mischievous than they are malevolent. Mischievous? Yes. They have more technological prowess than both Epstein and Zeiss Central Factory, but typically choose not to use it. Given the research that must have gotten into matter, it would mean more practical to build 50 airships with the same resources. Yeah, you think so? Could it be that funds are truly limitless? Maybe. The officially is typically the most important part of the army, or the crime syndicate's organizational structure. Those kind of structures are the exact opposite of Ouroboros. That makes their motives and all the rationale more baffling to me. Pretty much hit it on the head. Thinking of it that way, even taking into account their archasms and forces, biggest threat's probably still Jaeger Corps like Red Constellation or Crime Syndicate like IU. And not even mentioning whatever the Empire and Republic are up to. That's true. All of them combined makes for a disaster. The society making their way here is icing on the cake. There's still the question of what's thereafter. Who's to say? Even if backing the terrorists at the trade conference was allegedly on a complete whim, they don't seem to involve themselves in conventional power struggles very often. If that is the case, does that mean that they are working towards just now is just as unconventional as everything else they do? That would mean they're completely in over their heads trying to do anything about it. All I can say is for sure is that whatever it is, it can't be good for us. Or Crossbell. At any rate, we should return home. I'm going to relay all this to the chief and get in contact with the CGF and guild. Regardless of the society is after, the least we can do is make sure we're ready for them. Is a good call. I agree. Are we going to be allowed to go back to the city, though? Are we going to get stopped on the path by some sort of power? Maybe. I mean, we're able to destroy everything here. Fairly successfully. Voila! Team Rush. Nicely done. Slaying all the beasts, you know. Gotta destroy the balance of the local ecosystem. It's the only way forward, obviously. Head our way down. Where's our car? Oh. I wonder who that is. Oh. Think it could be urgent? Lloyd speaking. Oh, hi, Fran. Have you been trying to call us for a while? I have, but I'm not sure why the course didn't get through. I even tried everyone else's enigmas too. There must be an orbital wave jammer in the basement. Sorry about that. I think it's our fault for venturing somewhere the signal couldn't reach. What's going on? Do you have a support request for us? I wish that was the case. There was a train derailment on the West Crossbell Highway. A what? Are you serious? Yes, the 2nd Division is en route to investigate the scene. CGF is on his way, so I doubt you will need to go. Figured you would all just want to know in case, though. Got it. Thanks, sir. Thanks, Fran. If you find out more, let me know. Roger that. Something the matter? To find out something important. Indeed. Yeah. What the hell? An orbital train really derailed? Yeah, Fran said the 2nd Division CGF are on the way. I'll leave it to them. Then again... fuck it. Let's go. Timing's so suspicious. I doubt it was a mere accident. Lloyd, what do? We have until the end of the day to report we need to learn about the society. Let's go to the scene of the accident. Can't overlook the possibility that Cryptid or Saboteur was responsible. At the very least, we can help with the investigation of the crash. We should grab the wheels. The orbital car can now travel to the scene of that accident. Train derailment site. Can it? I'm not sure it can. Why is everyone going to St. Ursula's? Where were those ambulances? They have registered St. Ursula's. There's 3 of them, too. Damn. Do you think they were transported insurance? Given the timing, I wouldn't doubt it. They're still in Nova's hands now. We have to get to the scene. Roger. Those buses. Looks like those usually travel between Tangram and Altair. They were transporting passengers that were on the train. It ain't good. I was concerned about the scale. Me too. Lloyd, you made it. So you were brought here as well, Franz. It's good to see you too. What's the sitch? Bells and the police are currently investigating the scene of the accident. Second Division suspected Donovan, Detective Raymond are leading our department's efforts. They look like a complete derailment. It'll take a long time to get things cleared up. No casualties, but a few in critical condition. Carried those in port of medical attention a little while ago. We saw them. Passengers were bussed away. One round of buses arranged for passengers heading from Crossbell for another going to Altair. Let's go. And I suppose this is somewhere that's been here for a while that we've seen but not gone into this said area. It seems like everyone has killed the monsters that usually inhabit this area. Oh no. Damn, pretty bad. This is an accident we got in our hands. Do you know what caused the derailment? No, as you can see, the investigation is currently underway. Currently work theory is that the first car was derailed due to a fallen rock on the track. My apologies, but I'm going to have to ask the media to refrain from entering the accident site. Let's focus on beginning the repair effort immediately. Really? Commander, shouldn't we? I understand the police would like to prioritize the investigation. This is a transcontinental railroad we're standing on. It's a very important traffic route in all of Zemuria. We're under pressure from Major Koi, the Imperial Republic governments, the Railroad Corporation to fix this now. CGF has no choice but to comply. I get the logic, ma'am, I really do, but... I'm with the detective. If you don't know what the bottom of what happened here, it could happen again. I'm aware, however, I can only permit the investigation be carried alongside the repairs, which will be until this evening at the very latest. It's how long you've been given. Forward with the heavy machinery for moving cars, we need to... Just a moment. The SSS? Oh, hey Lloyd. You guys came to scope out the scene. Please excuse us. You're going to reopen the railway before the investigation can conclude? Yes, you're still a measure of CGF, Seeker. You haven't forgotten the importance of the railroad to Crossbell. Don't want to put this up bluntly, but if we delay repairing the railroad, the Empire Republic could interpret it as interfering with their economies. Very true. We need to take that into consideration, indeed. Let's go ahead and investigate. We're in active foul play. Let's have a look. May formally wander freely. Okay, so we need to figure out what has happened. Let's get this investigation underway. Yes, the derailment must have happened somewhere else. Look at that damage. Yeah, it's scratch marks. I'm gonna speak to the commander after I've done one quick go through. That's definitely something. That would be paint, of course. Interesting. Where's... This is my man. Never seen it derail. Give us an account of what happened during time and incident. Sure thing, if that's what you want. I'll do my best to tell you how it happened. Tato asked me earlier, but I think I was still too shaky to give a good statement. And all suddenly, from what I can remember, it was bewildering, in fact. It's understandable after just a severe accident. We don't expect you to remember every detail. Any poor person would be in shock. Of course they would be. A few small details would indeed be helpful. If you saw or sensed anything suspicious before or after the accident. Let's do this. Well... Now you mention it, yes. Before derailment happened, I was on comms. Something made him yell. I remember him saying, "What is that?" The accident happened right after front car derailed, so the others did, one after another. The rest you know? Now I'm talking out here to you. What is that? You must have seen something shocking. It's now a great question. Covered as much intel here as we can. Interesting, interesting, interesting. So, yielded anything insightful? Address the possibility of derailment caused by a fallen rock on the tracks. Believe it's safe to rule that out. Why? So, what point would that prove? Logically, derailment caused by a fallen rock when landing on tracks. Train would have to be collided with it head on. Indeed. Hardly digged up at all. First and foremost, obvious explanation. I didn't see any tracks of explosive. Train collided with something not had impossible rammed on the right side, because of course we saw that. Rammed, of course, some of the train derailment more the car chase. Then on the right side, of course. Quads pushing over to the far roll, skid along, coming along, leaving Max on the way. Finding the cars following also derailed and scattered along the way, of course. Given that how we know right now, that's my working hypothesis. Indeed. So, your reasoning may be better than his. Way less thorough and more instinctive. Very impressive. Leaves one question, Lloyd. By what do you expect the word to be work of a large monster, or perhaps caused by another one of the recently spotted cryptids? When I think about it, I don't think you cannot say for certain. I don't see any of the blue flowers. Not a possibility is one of the archasms, but I'm not sure of that either. But they... Here we go. It's coming up. Keep working on repairs, we'll go and give chase. Indeed. A derailed train is never good. Let's get in the car. Let's go bag ourselves a monster, okay. Are we allowed to use the car? It's not allowing us to move, so we're going to have to head west along this highway. Luckily we're stronger than absolutely everything that mostly comes this way, so we'll see what this ends up being. It's going to have to be here, of course. There it is. Regardless, we need to be careful. Can we go down? No, not at all. Okay. So they're going to be attacking the gate. Is that the idea? And there it is. It's coming from the south towards the police academy. Interesting choice. Everything here we're pretty much stronger than. Here we go. Shibashu. Why is Wazi acting so strange? He knows. He knows some shit. We of course did come here on our very first timing. We'll take out these little sheep fuckers. Take it out. If we do have to, are we going to have to go down? Feels like it might be a possibility to go to the training area where Randy and the others had been. And that was down here, was it not? Okay, it's gone down into the survival training area. Not so it's dense, completely untouched by man. Keep in mind, we don't know what's down there, let's descend once we're ready. Of course, and I think this is probably a good place to say, if you've enjoyed this, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time when we head into the survival training area. Peace.